Jeff, let's do it.
All right, we're going to do ourselves a power steering flush. Here's the setup. We have a funnel into our power steering fluid reservoir. We have a hose hooked to our return. This returns to the reservoir. He is going to take this hose. We are going to simultaneously run the vehicle as the power steering pump's running, and it's going to spit the fluid out right onto there. No worries on that.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
This is going to happen quick. Don't blink. Ready, Chris?
Pitch this fluid down here.
Start.
It's actually pretty good already.
Yeah, just keep going, Jeff.
I agree.
Off.
Sweet. Thank you.
That is literally how quick that shit happens.
Let me-
We have the synthetic transmission multi-vehicle. This is the up to deck 6, right?
Yep, everything.
So friction modified, wonderful shit. Wonderful.
Beautiful.
Cool. And that's power steering flush right there. Very similar to the transmission flush, which we'll be doing later this week.
Yep.
Beautiful.
We're gonna top her off. Let's do it. Our last little bit of ATF fluid, and that's what the power steering calls for. Beautiful. Love that cherry red. Go driver around the block. This is it.
We'll find out what this car puts down here in a moment. We're just on a test drive.
Yep, we're gonna go drive her around. So what does it feel like so far? How's it shifting?
So far, I did do a little driving, and it shifts great. That's the best this car's ever shifted, ever.
Wow.
I gotta say, it just slides right into gear.
Awesome.
I'm excited.
So now we're gonna go make a right on Boulder Highway in Tropicana. This is Boulder Highway. We're down here in the Henderson area. It's about 109 degrees out, so you guys can get kind of a reference of what the horsepower is. And we're gonna see what she sounds like. Pretty good.
I've been running.
So what would you estimate the all-wheel horsepower improvement would be? What would be your guess?
You know, I'm gonna say 5 to 7. I don't think it's quite 10, but I'll be interested to see the dyno's results.
All right, awesome. We're gonna head over to the dyno right now. How many miles are on this thing?
This car has 209,105, and I put it about 11,000 miles because I bought it about 98,000.
All right, so you put
198.
You put 100 and how many miles did you put on this car?
Probably about 11,000 since I bought it.
All right, perfect. And we're gonna do our final pull after all fluids changed. We're gonna do our final pull. We got the fan off, and we're gonna see what she makes. Let's do it. Let's see what she made. See what we got. Well, let's see the torque. All right, so she made 158 and 168 horse torque. All right, and the temperature out, and that's the pressure, right?
8 degrees more.
All right, 3 degrees more now. All right, we're gonna do one more pull, and then we'll do the little 1500 to 3500. All right, pull. All right, 152.5, 164.8. Beautiful. Temperature. Pretty good numbers for the heat. And then we'll do our last one. We'll do our little 1500 to 3500. All right, perfect. Let's do it. What we got. So here's our little pull from 1500 to 3500. Let's see what we look like. Our little teeny 1500, 112 to 157, and that was from 1500 to about 3500. All right, beautiful. And there's the temperature. Cool. I think we're gonna have a little lesson here. He's showing before. These are all the run numbers. All right, that's before fan off, and with the fan. All right.
Both is fan off.
Both is fan off. All right.
Before and now.
Before and after.
The fan on the temperature.
All right. All right. 4 degrees more, and that's Celsius.
Yes.
So Fahrenheit, that's how much?
We'll look it up.
We'll look it up. All right. So that's a 4 degrees Celsius, which is about 8-9 degrees temperature. All right, something like that. Cool. And do you have the other one, the little 1500 to 1500 pulls? All right, so the little guys, the little pull was 110 to 112. There's your power side by side, so you can see that little split, and you can see it made a little bit more mid-end power. So you'll see how, even though it got hotter, it actually made more power, and that's your drivability. So that's how it makes a difference with your drivability, which is better gas mileage. All right. Awesome. Really good. Beautiful. All right, this is it. We're gonna go over all the Dyno Graph numbers right now. If you really enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. A lot of work Zach put into it. And also, if you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing. So let's do it, Zach.
Okay.
All right, so this is our before numbers. And what we did is we highlighted a couple of things. Just some big bullets to go through is the outside temperature in the morning at 10:45 in Henderson was 99 degrees. And that's your power. And there's your drivability. So you'll see these drivability numbers. All right. Now we're going to go down to the numbers after and this is at 110 degrees at 4:06 p.m. And you can see the time is also here. And
military time.
Yep, and that's pretty much it. The difference here is a couple pound-feet of torque compared to the other one. The AMSOIL all fluid changes. This goes over that dot in the middle. This one, it goes under the dot. So, go ahead, Zach.
And you could see a better view of that when it was laid over each other on the dyno.
Yep, on the layover. Yep. All right, so our conclusion basically is the fluids did about 3 to 3.5% power, including the barometric pressure change and the temperature. And this is on a car that was always maintained well. And the fluids were last changed when?
I changed them when I got it about a year ago.
All right, and that's only about how many miles?
I've actually only put like about 10,000 miles on it.
All right, so only 10,000 miles of conventional fluids. So I think this was a great test. We're going to be back to do a diesel truck and a Corvette very soon.
And I will also be creating some more content about this, going more in depth and details on this.
All right, perfect. You can check out Zach's channel at the end of this. All right. All right, so that wraps up our all fluids changed AMSOIL Dyno results. We got it all done.
We did.
So what did you think, Zach?
You know, it's a noticeable difference. I'm excited to continue driving my car and try it out and see the noticeable difference down the road.
All right, so Zach here, he actually is an AMSOIL dealer, and he actually found the garage here to do this video. He did all the legwork. This is his personal car, and for doing that, I'm going to include his AMSOIL dealer link in the description below. I really want to help him out, so if you're considering trying AMSOIL, you can use his link below. Also, I have my link below as well. You can reach out to both of us. And we'll quick go over the products. We used our 030, that's our signature series motor oil. We also did the ATF fluid, 100% synthetic in the power steering. Boom, we did the Severe Gear 7590, 100% synthetic.
Did it both differential and the transmission?
Differential and trans. And we also used the synchro mesh in the trans, which helps with the shifting a little better. And we did the antifreeze coolant, and this is the antifreeze and coolant. It has a lot of additives that are very good for your vehicle. Also, there's a biodegradable pet-friendly version in the white bottle that's a little bit of an upgrade. I recommend that as well. One of the last products is the Dominator Coolant Boost. This is a dual surfactant technology. Allows the water to get closer to the aluminum. You have a faster warm-up time, so your engine's not on idle up as much. It saves you gas, and also more horsepower and better fuel mileage. And that's Dominator. Also, if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to myself. We have our Thursday night live. Jeff and I, we do our live video every Thursday, 6:15 p.m. live on the channel. You can ask any questions. We'll see you there. And also, we have the giveaway coming up at the end of the month. And that is the 27th of July. That's 11 a.m. Anybody that shares the channel via Facebook, Instagram, just go ahead and share it. And well, text me a screenshot. I'll put you in the end of the month giveaway. Closing notes for Zach. Zach, what would you say the biggest difference was? And what feels different?
Again, it's smoother. You can just hear it. Sounds better. Or quieter, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Beautiful.
We were running the car on the dyno the other day, and I was reviewing the footage that we had, or the different slides of the dyno runs, and I had noticed that we had actually gained about 5 horsepower between, or horsepower and torque between changing those 2 oils on the base runs.
Wow.
So obviously you run 2 base runs to figure out your numbers and get an idea of where you're supposed to be at or what you're looking for compared to, you know, the heat soaked runs. And so the very first of both of the base runs, there was a gain of almost 5 horsepower on this afternoon run.
Wow.
And
awesome.
torque.
And it was 10 degrees hotter out. All right. And also, I'm going to put a little link up in the corner, and that's to some of my playlists. You can check those out, and that way you can get more acquainted with the coolant changes, the motor oil, the transmission. I have playlists and all that. And well, if you definitely enjoyed this, definitely give it a thumbs up. A lot of hard work went into it. Zach did a lot of it. And well, we'll see you back next time on synthetic oil protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.